Hi, and welcome back to Mindful Model Maker in the workshop yet again. I just want to show you something that you may not have seen before. This is something I use when I'm cutting out. It's called, I believe it's the Maun, M-A-U-N, safety ruler or rule. I've had this for some time. It's made Maun Industries Limited, England. I've had this, as you can see, it's quite rusty. Sometime it's steel. It's not a steel rule because the markings do start a little way in, but I don't actually use it for marking out. What I do use it for is what I'm going to use it for tonight. I'm going to cut out some of these coach that these overlays that I'm going to use on the 4-core, these ones. So I'm going to just start by cutting them out. Now, so this, I'll put a link because you can buy this. I think it's very good because if you're going to use a sharp knife, a lot of times I use a scalpel. But what I'm going to be using is the knife that came in the toolkit that I did review yesterday. So that's what I'm going to use. Now, I've got also using the safety mat or the cutting mat that came with it. You've got two angles on this. If you look at it, it's a kind of an M shape there. You've got a kind of a steeper one this way and a longer sloping that way. So I put it on the paper like so. Find exactly where I want to cut. Now I want to cut just there. You don't want it to move once you've got it in position. Just hold it firmly down. Right, take the knife out and put on. Keep it in. And of course the good thing about this, it's not going to cut you. I don't go too hard. I may do 2 or 3 passes just to make sure that it's through. That's looking pretty good to me. I can feel it going through the mat. And you can normally tell if you can pull it away like so. And then I'll just cut it out at an angle like so. That's it. So we've cut down to there. Nice cut on there. So that's the bit that we're going to do. So using this safety ruler, I feel very safe indeed. So I've used it for years. And I did take some children once at a school doing some various bits. And we had a knife, not quite so sharp as this, but we did use this ruler under strict supervision in order for them to be able to cut. I would never let them loosen the knife on their own, but I was there ready to. But if you just go about this the right way, you won't have a problem. So I'm just gonna get that in there like so. Just another bit to check. Right, that's done that bit there. So I'm also trying the knife that was in the kit. So we'll just cut that off now that way. There we go. So that's given us that. We can cut that other little bit off. We're going to lay it on the coach in a minute to find out exactly what we need. So what I'll do is I'll cut the other one out. So using my safety coach. So this is all first class in this particular coach that's going on there. Don't forget, I am using these overlays, but for the actual 4-core unit that I'm building, they're not an accurate representation. They're just going to look like they are. So, you know, if you're one of these people that really want it precise, then this isn't going to be like that. The idea is just to look good, because I am using LMS coaches for this, so they're the wrong colour anyway, and I don't want to paint them because I think that will just lose the whole look of what I'm doing. So I will do them with these because obviously they're going to look old, and something like Hornby would produce anyway. So now we do this one. But again, the idea is to show you the cutting mat's working, the ruler, which is the thing, because you've got a nice bit in here where you can put your fingers. Now, the only time I would say there would be anything, if you were cutting something like a piece of foam board, for those that have used foam board, if you press too hard, you will get a line from the other side. So for that, I would just be very careful. Try not to press too hard. You need to press hard enough that it doesn't move, because obviously you could spoil the whole thing. It's like everything in modelling. Take your time. You know, there's no rush to get this done. Yeah, I want to produce something, but on the other hand, if I don't get it finished tonight, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I think I will get it finished tonight. So I think it might need just a tad more on that. It's not quite through. But again, I am taking it a little bit easy because I don't want the knife to slip across anywhere where it shouldn't go. So we'll put that back in there like that, and we'll give it another run through there like that. You can see it's beginning to part company now. Right, so there we are, that's through. And then I just want to chop that off there. Knife in, knife along. So, straight off. Okay, so I'll put that to one side now. I'll chop off this end here, like that. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. As you can see, that's because that's dipping a little bit in the middle. That's pulling that round. So push down hard, gently across, so it's still moving a little bit there. Because obviously, let's try it around this way, see if we can get it more done like that. It's kind of, might be on too much stuff here, actually. That could be what's happening. I'll just dispense with that surface at the moment and try it just direct on. Yeah. No, still not working. Across like that. There we are. Right. Now, we're going to get the coach that we're going to put that on. And what I'm going to do is lay it on it first to see what kind of looks best. Now, I reckon like that. Looks about good to me. So we'll kind of put that in there like that. In there like that. I've never done these before, but so if we go there, that's it. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is put something underneath that that's kind of solid, because it's not giving me what I want on that. Okay, this is a piece of wood that I use usually for spraying things on, so we'll have a go at that. So now what I want to do is chop it off roughly about there. I'm going to get my knife. I think it's going to cut through that okay. Yes, it is, because it's flat now. Okay, that's going to go there like that. Like so. So that is going to go on that side of that coach, like that. And then the other side is going to be this one. So let's mark out roughly where that's going to go. We can't have it halfway through a window, really, can we? So how are we going to get around that one? I don't know. So I hadn't thought of that. So I think what I might do is, I'm going to cheat a bit actually, and I am going to use two sides the same, because I think what it is the corridor the other side, but to be honest I'm not going to worry too much about that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out this one. So luckily I printed off two sheets. These, by the way, have had a free coats. So that's photographic paper, ordinary printer, and it's had 3 coats of this universal enamel on there to seal it. So I've done that. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're just going to cut that straight out off of there like that. So I'm just going to go straight from one end to the other. It's printed on A4 size photographic paper. I don't think it matters what kind of company you use. It is a glossy one, and the reason is because you do want because they're the old type Hornby coaches, you can get away with them looking quite glossy. So yeah, that's it. So that's off. That's that one. We don't need that one for this. And then we're going to chop out this bit here, like so. Let's go right to the end, we can just do it in one go then, it's much easier. That's it. Tighten that up and cut. So again, this safety ruler is a very good thing to use. Like I said, I've been using one of these for years. So, there we are. That's cut nicely through there. So, right, put that to one side, trim this up. That's it. So, this, by the way, is just a thin piece of MDF. I save all offcuts, so if I'm doing any spraying, I put the item on it and then I spray it on it, and I can carry it around so I don't have to touch the item until it's completely dry. So I save all scraps of wood like this. I put the items on when I'm spraying them and I leave them on there till they're dry, and then I take them off. But like everything I've got, it's I use it for lots of different things. Okay, so we've got that. And the coach, so we got that going one way like that, and we can do the same with that. So if I cut that off at that same door, we are going to produce the same coach. Yeah, I know it's not accurate, but that's not what really I'm after. It's just a kind of a look. When this is whizzing round on the track, which is what I obviously want it to do, people are not going to really worry about, and I'm certainly not going to worry about what happens from there. Right, so that's the two sides done. We'll worry about trimming it up once it's on. So we'll remove everything else that we don't need so nothing else gets spoiled. Put that there like so. So, there we are. That's the two bits of coach that we want to put on. Now, put that there. Trusty ruler there. I just want to give this a light rub across there just to make that, just to bring up, take the shine off a little bit for the glue to stick on. And what I've got, I went to our local pound shop. And the funny thing is, I don't know why we actually call it the pound shop anymore, because a lot of the stuff in there now is more. So this is a Rapid heavy duty spray adhesive, multi-purpose it says. So that was £2. I've never tried it before, so we'll see. So I'm just scoring that up a little bit just to give it something to adhere to. As you can see, I made a video showing you how I cut the white bits, which is made out of a laminated pouch with a piece of A4 paper sandwiched in the middle, and then I just put that in to try and stop some kind of sinkage of the overlay when I got it on. So we'll see how that's going now. And that is that, like so. Right, clear everything out of the way. I think we need first safety. Put the cap on that, put that in the box. We need some kind of paper put across there to stop too much overspray. So I'm having a look round now as to see what I've got that I can use. Something old that I can just put across there to stop the overspray. There we are. What have we got? Right. Use that. Okay. I think we'll come back to this. So it's not very big. Just put that on there like so. And I got a reel of masking tape, so I think what we'll do is just put that on. Set masking tape and put that on. Right. Just get that like that. Like that. Just put that in there. Put that a little bit like that, so it needs to just go. It's only really to stop the glue going onto the paintwork. And then here. Can go in like so. Overlap a little bit. And of course it won't go over the wheels by doing it like that. Right, okay. So we'll get this going. I've no idea what it's going to go like. Okay, I don't know, it's kind of very wet. Not sure if it's supposed to be like that. I think it perhaps is. Right, can smell it. It's a... So let's see now what this goes on like. Right, so that's one side on there. I don't want to touch that too much because it's very kind of, what could I say? Yeah, it's like a contact adhesive actually. Smells a bit like that. And I think if you got it on there and you got it on the green, it will pull off. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to leave that to dry. Okay, so I put one side of that on, so we'll come back later, I'll do the other side and then show you what the final thing looks like. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I will put a link in for the ruler. So like I say, this is good. You can see it in action and you can see your fingers sit in the groove, and safest place. The knife, that worked well. So there we are. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye now. And if you do like, please give me a like. And if you want to subscribe to see more, then please do that. Thank you.